Corey,
Yeah,
we got you.
we got
Hey,
you.
so
Let's
Corey,
roll.
Flux capacitor, Frank.
yeah,
It is. I got it today.
Okay.
In fact, I already know the number, Kristen, so we will not be derailed by that.
no, you need her brains. Come on.
I have the number. Yeah, for Flux Capacitor Wednesday, I do. I you know what? I was
Look
up
at you.
early. Hey, I was up at 2:30 in the morning this morning. Could not sleep last night. Got up, started drinking coffee at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Like, my day's almost done. I
You're
don't know
going to
about
take
the
a
rest of you
nap here
people.
soon. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what you people are doing, but come on. You know, it's like when we're done with this, I'm eating lunch. Okay? That's what's going on here.
And
So, come on,
it'll
everybody.
Be in bed like it's 6.
It's true. I will be. That's right. And proud of it, my friend. That's right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Start popping off in the chat. What's going on? How you doing? How was yesterday? How's things going? What's the temperature? You know, hey, how about first-timers, too? We rarely ask if we have any first-timers. So if we've got any people that are here for the first time, we'd love to say good morning to you and just see how you're doing there and welcome you to the greatest morning show in the mortgage industry. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
Hey,
that.
and also, what are you most excited about for the rest of the year? You know, it's hard to believe we're rolling into September. We're at the end of the third quarter. What are you most excited about?
Yeah, what
Frank, what are you
most?
most excited about?
Well, you know, Steve, I'll tell you, some changes, man. Some changes I'm going to make, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm always trying to find myself, Steve. You know, and it's just not easy. You know, it's just not
that
easy.
joker keeps running away.
It does. You know, it's like, I think it's just because I have so many awesome things that I can do. I just have such trouble figuring out what I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
think I have landed on something. Of course, you know this. This will be probably November, you know.
Yeah,
I've got some things coming up that we'll make mention of. But yeah, man, I do have some fun things. I'm really excited about MoveTube. MoveTube has taken a great turn. We've got some neat things going on behind the scenes that are going to be coming out soon, and so that's exciting too. But
Man, what
yeah,
a
I got
great
a lot.
resource too, brother. I mean,
It's unbelievable.
Oh man, and I tell you, the agents just love it. It's such a huge
super
help, man.
cool. Yeah, and
So
then the
cool.
things that we're going to roll out are going to be super fun, and we
Yeah.
some partnerships that we've connected with now are just like, wow, really, really cool. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. But you know what, man? I tell you, so here we are. It's Flux Capacitor Wednesday. Kristen, let's do it. Let's get the Flux Capacitor into the chat. If you're not familiar with the Flux Capacitor, there it is. Flux Capacitor is in the chat, so I'm going to give it the dunk. It's there. What we do is every Wednesday we figure out how much time is left in the year. And we've been doing this since the very first week of the year. I remember that. You know, it's like we got 99.9% left of the year to meet our goals. And
Yeah.
the number today, my friends, is 33. 33% of the
Wow.
year is left. And
Wow.
an even more important number, and I know this means a lot to Kristen Simpson, is 112 days till Christmas. 112
That
days.
is hard to believe, man.
I know.
Man.
For are you guys? Who else is a huge Christmas fan like Kristen? If you're a huge Christmas fan, put it in the chat. Where's Todd Claus? Where is he?
Right, his whole brand.
Where
is
is that
Christmas.
guy?
Where
Yeah,
is he?
yeah. I wonder what you know, if he tracks the days to Christmas, like starting at January 1. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we've already listened. You know, and today we're doing the segment on Stump Steve. And by the way, there are some of my favorite peeps in the chat saying they're a huge Christmas fan. So
I see it.
solidarity, ladies, solidarity.
I
But we've
know.
already got a Stump Steve in the chat from Dave.
Really?
Ready to go. Yep.
Yeah.
He's
it's
already
gonna be a
queued
really
up and
good
ready.
day.
Okay, well, we'll get to
We're
it.
ready to go.
Well,
But before we get to that, I also wanted to mention
Yeah.
that Amanda Oliveira
Yes,
says,
I
hey,
saw
I'm not
that.
a first timer, but I am a newcomer. I just signed up for MMA and I'm about to start my 90-day jump start. I'm ready to stop spinning and start winning. So
Nice.
welcome, Amanda.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. So we're gonna do the record scratch, right? All right. Who is it?
Amanda Oliveira. I don't know
Oliveira.
if she can turn her camera on. We'd love to.
Any
bring
chance
up
you
and
can say
hi.
hello, Amanda? There she is. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I lost my voice.
Oh.
You got so excited.
Well, I think she, was it because you cheer for me so much?
That's
Oh,
exactly
boy.
it.
Is that what it is? Yeah,
exactly it.
it happens. I know. Well, hey, you're going to cheer some more because you're getting a T-shirt. What do you think of that? You're getting a Loan Officer Breakfast Club T-shirt. Congratulations. Amanda, I don't know. It's just going to magically show up somehow. But Steve, let's talk about some of the benefits to winning this T-shirt. What do you think?
Well,
man?
tell us the benefits.
There's a lot of them,
okay.
Amanda. A ton of them. Yeah, especially
high credit scores, money in
higher
the bank,
credit scores,
built-in
big
trust
one.
and loyalty. People stop shopping. There's
exactly.
even some
the
weight
list
loss
goes
that
on and on.
happens.
The
Muscle gets built.
Right, clearer
Romance,
complexions.
dude,
right. Yeah, it's just incredible, man. It's weird savings accounts increase. It's just magical. And
clearer
so just
complexion. That's a new one. Clearer complexion.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
Darker tan, more strength. I mean, it's remarkable. So kids love you. Your children are thankful.
They're always great. Yeah.
Your car warranty is magically extended.
Don't have to ask for chores to be done. Yeah, it's just great. So welcome to the Breakfast Club T-shirt family, Amanda, and to Mortgage Marketing Animals. So glad to have you. Are you excited? I know you're excited. Yeah.
Hey, you just can't let Carl White buy it from you. So whatever you do,
that's right.
Doesn't matter how much he pays you or tries to, you just can't. So
stay away from him.
Yes.
Stay away from him.
He's a shady character.
Real quick, I'm going to share just very quickly something in the news that I thought was funny, and it's not even mortgage related, which is probably why it's such a cool story. But anyway, okay. So Trump calling a housing emergency, really wants to get housing affordable again. Scott Bessent making a lot of claims of what he wants to do and how he wants to go about it. I say good news, right? If he's going to help out, let's go, baby. Let's make it happen, whatever he's got going on. Of course, there's some in the Senate that say that, if they privatize the GSEs, Fannie Freddie, it could make rates go up. We know that. We've been talking to Owen Lee. They have to do that very carefully. So that is good, right, to be cautious of doing these things. We don't want to rock the boat or anything like that. But here's the funny story. There's a story, and it's in a couple of news feeds. I got this out of Yahoo because I didn't have to pay for it, right, to read it. But with respect to jobs, right, job security and how do you say it? Millennials? Is it the millennials? People like Musk and Bezos are saying, don't worry about jobs because there's going to be plenty of jobs for you in outer space. That's what they're saying. Yeah, they're saying that, man, space is the future, and you just watch in the not too distant future, people will be working on the moon, working out in space, working in the space industry, right, to support all of that going on. And they see a big boom in space-related employment coming up. Yeah.
Wow.
So things get rough in the mortgage business. You start looking into to the space industry. You never know. You just never know, right?
My dream will finally come true.
And think of all the ways that mortgage applies to outer space. I mean, there has to be just a lot of ways. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in the chat, you guys could tell us, how does the mortgage business apply to getting a job working in space? I don't know. I did want to put in this too down here. Tristan Ahumada, a good friend of mine, he's doing news every day in YouTube shorts, and he's talking a little bit about the housing emergency as well. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for fun. But yeah, in the news, pretty cool, pretty fun. You got your loan officer perspective, realtor perspective, of course, and home buyer seller perspective. You can use this in your social media. You could use it in conjunction with the CRM. However you want, just go to Loan Officer Breakfast Club in the news, subscribe here, and you get those every day. So there you go. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All righty, now let's get back to the beeswax at hand. So
the beeswax, come on.
The beeswax at hand. Yeah. So today we coined this the coaching hot seat. Now we mentioned somebody already had something. Do we want to address that first, or do you want to come back to it? Okay, Steve.
We'll just throw it in there. But hey, and Carl, one of the things, where'd Carl go? I can't see.
He's here.
Okay, there he is.
There
okay, you kind of move back maybe to the back pages. You got to stay on the front.
I know.
He lurks
I know,
back
I know.
there.
Man.
They throw me in the back of the bus.
Oh my gosh. Hey, well, with the flux capacitor 33%, here's what I'd love for everybody to do. So in the next 90 days, just everybody grab a piece of paper or just maybe your phone or something. What is or where is one place you want to be? Like where do you want to be in your business? Is it a certain number of fundings? For some of you, I know we were just talking to Corey. She's in the boot camp. Carl, she closed 38. What was it? 38?
Yeah, 38.
38 loans in August. And we're going to highlight her on Monday. But like, what is it that you want in your business in the next 90 days? Is it a certain number of fundings? I know for most of you, fundings turn into dollars. Is it maybe more margin in your life? Is it a little bit more structure, less chaos? But I will be doing what? I will be closing X numbers of loans. I'll have a predictable pipeline. What is it you want in the next 90 days?
So put it in the chat, right?
Yeah,
That's what we're
you
doing.
put it in the chat.
Put it in the
down.
chat. Next 90 days, what is it? That you want?
And listen, one of the things I would encourage, Carl and I talk about, but no limitations. Not, hey, I'd be closing 20 loans a month, but I don't have enough help and I don't have enough time. Don't put the buts. Just say, I'd love to be at, or I'm going to be at.
If nothing was in the way, what is it? What does 90 days from now look like? Where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's see some of them.
In 90 days from now is when what
it'll be the month of December. You'll be funding in December or doing in December what it is we're talking about today. So Dave says 10 closings and 3 in the pipe to close in January. Love it. Shelly, 6 million or more in sales. Love it. Be it a steady 10. Love that, Marty.
Yeah.
Amy, 15 to 20. Okay. I like it. And let's see here, 20 fundings. Hey, and let me ask you this. And this is a good thing to think about. Carl, we talk about this. Oftentimes, and if you want to unmute some of you that dropped it in the chat, like Antonio, you said 20 fundings per month. One of the things, Carl, people ask, well, how do I get to 20? And what we've learned is how to is a disempowering question. If you knew how to do it, you'd already be doing it. Mm-hmm. The better question would be this, and this is where if everybody will take about 30 to 60 seconds and it's like, okay, so Antonio, I see you saying 20 fundings per month. Unmute for me. And let me ask you this. What would be different? So everybody write that phrase down. What would be different funding 20 loans per month?
And when you say that, Steve, just to clarify, because when I hear that, I say, what would be different? I'd have 20 loans a month and I'd have all this money. Or are you thinking, what would be different? What does my business look like?
Hey, Frank, I think it's both and because
it's both and. Okay.
Yeah, listen, Carl taught me this. Not the problem. The challenge is your first answer is usually not it. So when I say what would be different closing 20 loans a month, Antonio, I'd love for you to unmute if you would. But most people just throw out, hey, I would be, doing less busy work. Awesome. What would that look like? Like you got to keep going upstream to get to what is the thing that would get you the 20. For instance, somebody doing 20 loans a month, 20 fundings a month. What would be different? Well, probably doing more prospecting. But here's the thing. It doesn't even have to be them. Somebody's got to be prospecting on the team. Somebody's got to be having the conversations. Somebody's got to be pulling in the qualified agents. And so it's really more about what would need to be different funding 20 loans a month. So, Carl, your thoughts on that?
So I tell you a real valuable thing that I do.
Do it.
So this takes about, we don't have time to do this here because it takes about 30 minutes. And what I do sometimes is I'll ask myself a question and then I have to write down 20 answers. So like, let's say I saw somebody, I want to make, and for me, it's like, I want to net. Like what I revenue, it don't matter.
Right.
Like I could revenue 100 grand this month and net out 5, and that's going to be a challenge, right? So let's say I want to net out $30,000. I just grabbed a number. So 30,000, I want to net out 30. 30,000. So let's just say I'm working in a branch and I'm getting 100 basis points, just as a illustration. So in that situation, I'm not going to have a bunch of expenses, right? So it's just a little easier for what we're doing here. And so if I want to net out 30,000 at 100 basis points, how many loans do I need to close? Somebody do the math on that. Ryan Whitfield, let's just use yours, and let's assume $3,000 per closing. If I want to net out $30,000 using our fancy dancy Apple calculator,
10.
how many loans a month is that?
10.
Yeah, you gotta forgive me, Carl. I was working on something else.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
There, brother.
That's all right. So somebody spit it out. If I'm netting out $30,000 and I make 100 basis points, how many loans is that?
Well, $300,000 loan amount, you're probably looking at about 10 loans.
10 loans.
Perfect. 10 loans.
Yep.
Easy number. All right.
Yep.
So what I do is I go sit on my front porch, and for these exercises, I never use a laptop. I always use pen and a little. I got a yellow pad with a clipboard sitting on my desk that's right by the door when I go sit out on my porch, and I go, all right, Carl, write down 20 different. So if I need to close 20 loans, this is going to sound a little tough. Maybe I'll get my calculator. So if I want to close 20 loans, how many leads am I going to need?
Yep.
And let's just assume referred leads, so it's easier to calculate. It's a more manageable number, because like internet leads, I don't know of a way that one person could do 10 loans. You'd be a couple thousand leads, right? So on referred loans, I'd need let's say.
Hey, let me help everybody with this, Carl, because we talk about this in the boot camp. You got to know the number. So to close a loan, everybody, let me give you the number. It's 1 in 4 is what Carl and I tend to see, and if your conversion's a little bit lower, it's 1 in 5. So let's
do 1 in 5 just for this example.
Okay, so somebody who's saying, "Man, I don't even know how many leads I'd need to close." Would you say 20 loans? Now you know the numbers that we use and we see mathematically. So it'd be 20 times 5, which is how many leads, everybody? 100. Yeah, and then so to get 100 leads, now it's like, okay, go for it, Carl.
So then I go, all right, that sounds like I can't comprehend that number. Just say 100, how the hell do you, all right, so divided by 30 days in the month.
That's right.
So I need 3.3 referrals per day. All right. I can swallow that number. Right? That number is like, okay. I'm not doing that. Maybe I'm only getting 3 a month now and I need 3 a day, but I can see that number.
Yep.
So then I go out with my clipboard sit on the front porch and I write down, what's 20 ways to make that happen? And I can't write down 5. I can't write down 6. 20. What's 20 ways to get a referral?
That's interesting.
What's 20 ways? The first 4 or 5 will come real quick.
Yeah.
I'll just like my theme days, my past database.
Yep.
What's 20 ways to get referrals? And understand that when I do this exercise, there's more than one way to get a referral from because I can't just put past databases. No, what action?
Yeah.
What action do I need to do?
What activity?
And there might be 5 different activities for my past database, and that's 5 of my 20. So like one of mine might be the refinance toolkit that we have.
Yep.
There's 4 different activities just for that. And if you're closing less than 40% of your loan, or let's say 30, if less than 30% of your closings are refinancings, you're not marketing your past database. That's the first place I'd start. That's easy money. And so write down like what's 20 ways that I can get a referral to get 3 referrals per day. What's 20 different items I could do? I could probably pick 4 or 5 just for my past database.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't just put realtors. I'd put, all right, what's some different ways?
And you would do it like your qualified agents. And then you don't want to neglect unqualified agents. Then you want to look at your sphere of influence. And then you want to look at your past clients and then loans in process. And so when he's talking about 20 ways, we're talking about there's multiple streams and there's ways to wake up each one of those streams to get those relational referrals.
Yeah.
Powerful. So all you need is 3 a day.
Hey, so everybody do me a real quick favor.
Yep.
Save me about 30 minutes on my front porch. Put in the chat what's 20 ways or what's and you can do more than one. What's a couple ways that you can get referrals here in the next, we got 90 days to make this happen. So in the next 30 days, what activity can I do to get referrals.
To get a relational referral.
And Shelley, good one, ask for the referral.
I love
How and who and what method am I going to add? Am I going to call them up? Am I going to email them? Am I going to snail mail them? Am I going to knock on doors? Am I going to do pop buys? So like, how am I going to do it?
Okay, so we got database calls. We've got
local bank partner.
networking events, divorce lawyers,
Open
prospecting
houses.
calls every day. Hey, Antonio, so prospecting calls every day to qualified agents. What I would challenge you with is how many? And then not only per day, I would even look at a week, how many for the week. So even get more specific. Local bank partners, love it.
Yeah.
Email marketing, ASA sponsor open house.
Asking for referrals from the listing agent during weekly updates. That'd be huge on my list.
Yeah. Go to my military base and hand out cards to people in uniform.
Safety kits to realtors. I like that.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so Carl, let's talk about this. So we've spent 20, 30 minutes. We're on the front porch. We're writing them out. I've got 20, 25 ways to bring in relational referrals. How do I know what to do first?
I look at the one and I go, which one, if somebody was, I think sometimes I think in things it's not a good thing to say, but we're all friends here. So I'll just tell you exactly what I do. Somebody's holding a gun to my head and they're saying, Carl, I'm going to blow your brains out if this doesn't happen in 90 days. This has to happen. Like, no, well, I did my best, ain't going to get it.
Right.
They're gonna waterboard my little puppy dog if I don't make this happen. So I've got to make this happen. This is not like I'm gonna do the best I can. No, this has to be a sure thing.
You've
right?
already
It's gotta be an
decided.
absolute sure thing. So I look on that list and I go, who do I know who's already doing? Like, let's say I Jared. So I look at this one. I go, you know what? Jared's doing this thing, and it's working for him, and it seems like it's working well for him. And so I don't have to go figure it out. I'll call Jared. And so, cause I got to make this happen fast. So I look at what's going to make a difference. And then I look at who can help me do this. God, I can tell you right now, on your own, by yourself, alone, going from 2 loans to 10 in 90 days is not real likely. I'm not going to tell you can't do it. I'm just saying it's not likely. You're going to need somebody. I'm going to need to call Steve, say, Steve, so this lady that just went, what'd you say, 38
loans.
Dude, tell me how she did it. And so I don't have to figure it out. Steve will tell me how, or that person will tell me how, or I'll call Vince Queen. I know Vince is doing this other thing, and it's working successfully for him. Vince, how'd you do it? Help me out here, because I don't have time. I don't have time to figure this stuff out. And so I'm going to get in the draft of somebody that's already doing it successfully. So I look at that list, and I go, which one's going to move the needle for me first? And do I know somebody that's already doing it that could help me do that? That's the first thing I do. And I usually typically pick about 4 things on that list. I get all 20.
Yep.
And then I pick like which 4 things. I do it one at a time though. Which one, who's doing it? Can they show me how? And then what's the next thing? And then I'll work on those 4 things. So that's for me. That's what I do.
Hey, do one thing. And I know this, talk about that draft. Talk to us about the draft. What do you mean by that?
So, and some of you have heard us use this example before.
But this is powerful
like-
because this is how you accelerate. This is the game changer.
So in NASCAR, and there's so many examples. You look at the Tour de France. When the bicycles are going. You look at birds when they fly. And the example I always give is NASCAR, because I'm a huge NASCAR fan. I'm up here in NASCAR country. Went and saw Richard Petty's garage 2 days ago, by the way, which was walking on hallowed ground. I'm just telling you, it was like I had to take my shoes off, and not look up, So, but anyway, so on NASCAR, like say the Daytona 500, when they go race for that, they have to qualify the day before, or actually 2 days before. So they qualify a couple days before. And what they do is they send each car out there to do 2 laps, like 1 lap to get up to speed, and then they time the second lap. And whoever's the fastest starts first, and I'm oversimplifying this, and whoever's the slowest doesn't make it. But the top 42 cars, they get to show up. So whoever qualifies first goes first, and whoever qualifies last that made the 42 starts last. So out there on when they're qualifying these days, they're probably going about 182, 184, let's say 184 miles an hour. So, and the slowest car will probably qualify at a 179, say, something like that, about a 5 mile an hour spread. Well, the interesting thing on race day, when they're all running together instead of alone all by themselves, when they're on race day, that they're going about 202, so almost 20 miles an hour faster. And the interesting thing is the slowest car on qualifying is also going 202 because they're going in the draft. You go, well, wait a minute, how is the fastest car that's in front go even faster with people behind him? And what there is there's like a bubble of air in between the cars. They're so close, there's a bubble of air, and the car behind you is, let's say Rod's the next car behind me, or I'm the next car behind him, that there's a bubble of air, and that bubble of air, even without touching me, that bubble of air pushes the front car even faster. So the cool thing, the reason why, most of us in here that help each other out is not only does it help you, it helps us. Like I go faster helping you, which sounds counterintuitive. You think it'd slow us down, but we actually go faster. That bubble of air, your inspiration, your hunger feeds me to be even better than what I am. And for each of us that say that. So on race day, they're all going faster because they're all riding in a pack and better fuel economy. So they go faster, further with less energy. And so if a car gets out of the draft in very short order,
Yeah.
if the fastest car got out of the draft, like he got a little loose or she got a little loose and had to dip down and all the cars go by and they don't tuck in fast enough, in about 15 laps, the slowest car on qualifying day will pass the fastest car on qualifying day because she stayed in the draft. So for me, hanging out with others, that's why we do the Breakfast Club, right? We do this for purposes of getting our message out. I get that, but it makes us collectively all better by hearing some of the great ideas and getting inspired. So drafting is a really, really big deal. You never want to try something alone by yourself because it's just, it's not going to work out so well.
All it amounts to is time and money. Eventually you'll get there. The question is, do you want to get there faster, more, like you said, energy efficient?
Yeah, and Drew says, I told that cop I wasn't tailgating, I was being fuel efficient.
That's it, man.
I'm trying to help the economy here. So, or the ecology. I'm trying to help the ecology. So I think but the other thing I find is, like, when you look at this list where everybody's writing down, hey, you could do this, you could do that, you could do that. That's another kind of an eye opener for me, Steve. Is like, we kind of already know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's teaming up with the flock, with the pack, with the however you want to say it, with the herd. It's the strength in numbers and not doing it alone by yourself. And that's so we know what to do. It takes structure.
Yep.
It takes discipline, and it takes accountability.
Hey, thanks for enjoying this Loan Officer Breakfast Club YouTube video. If you are into industry news, if you like to keep up with what's going on within the mortgage and real estate industry, you might not be aware of this, but you can get free news snippets every single day by going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. In the top nav bar, you'll see In the News. Click it. Daily, fresh news about the mortgage and real estate industry. There's even loan officer perspective and realtor perspective on each news story that you can make use of in your marketing. So enjoy loanofficerbreakfastclub.com/In the News.
Hey, and that's what we hear all the time too, Carl. It's, if I need more structure, I need more consistency, which consistency really is accountability in a cool way.
Yeah, that's it. And structure. Yeah.
You hear accountability, and some of you may have had a horrible experience with accountability. It's not shame. It should be goal focused consistency that helps you lead to what it is you want for your life in the next 90 days. And, I'm thinking about it, Kristen. I hear somebody right now saying, all right, how do I get connected, or at least help me build the plan? Because for some of you, you've seen 20, 25 things. And what if in about 30 or 45 minutes on a structured call, we could help you narrow those things down? We could look at, hey, this is good, but maybe this one's a little bit more effective and get you there faster. Drop in the chat, Jen, freedomplanningcall.com. And we'd love to help you in a 30, 45-minute call. We can help you build a clear plan. And for some of you who aren't members, take a look at the mortgage marketing animals and what we're doing inside. And I know, Carl, we've got a boot camp, the last boot camp for the year, which is one that is a virtual 8-week, is coming up in 2.5 weeks. We've got an in-person boot camp coming up in October. So we've got a number of different ways we can help you, but we'd love to do that. So go to freedomplanningcall.com. And, this would be a good example or exercise to do. We talk about we need to focus on doing the business, but then we've got to focus on working on the business. And sometimes you get so busy, Frank, where it's like head down, just work, 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 work. We need to look up and realize 90 days from now, we're going to be sitting in December. And the question is, where do you want to be? Because the truth is, you can be wherever it is you want to be. But if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've been getting. So how about let's change and pivot in a really cool way to get where you want to be. I saw a lot of 20s and 15s and 12 loans and 10 loans consistently. It's a lot easier than you think. We just got to change and help you focus on a few of the right activities.
And making a lot of money, and I'm not saying this to be funny, it's really, really cool. Like
it solves a lot of problems, that's for sure.
It does. That's like this what was it? Monday, we went up to Mount Airy, which was some of you know it. It was the birthplace of Andy Griffith, who the famous show, or at my era, the famous show of Mayberry, right? And so we went up there and saw his it's cute little town. Like, it's just a wonderful little town. All kinds of, they have Aunt Bee's apple pies and Floyd's barber shop and all this, all the, Barney's burgers and all this. That's really, really cute. And so we went and saw Andy Griffith's birthplace, and just a darling little mountain home, kind of, almost in the city, like a 10-minute walk to the downtown area. And the house directly across from his is for sale. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be cool to buy the house across the street from Andy Griffith's house?
What?
And so we're looking at that, and I thought, man, I think it'd be fun just to have it. And you could Airbnb it out. I think it'd Airbnb pretty easy, the house across the street.
Oh, for sure. There's a story to be told.
But, just to have, and we may or may not do it, but just to be able to have the option to do that, or when somebody calls up and say, hey, I need something, or you got a brother or a sister or a child or a mom or a dad, or I want to retire my wife, I want to retire my husband, or I want to get my husband out of mine. We've had that before. I want to get my wife out of, this job that she hates doing and stuff. And just to have the option to be able to, it's not just about buying a new car, a new watch, or be Andy Griffith's neighbor, right? It's just, being able to help people. Making a lot of money is really, really, really cool. And I'm 1,000% convinced that anybody here can do it if you want to bad enough to take action to make it happen. So anyway.
Hey, and you know what I saw Betsy say? It takes sacrifice. What are you going to give up in order to get the thing you want or need? And you know what the first thing came to my mind, Carl?
Tell me.
Busy work. Things that don't move the needle.
Which is most things. Which
is shocking. There's only a handful of things that if you focus on it, you could actually go further in less time and have a blast doing it. Problem is, most of us don't quite know what it is. But what if you did? And the sacrifice is really this, and that's what you just talked about. We talk about it in the first week. You have to make a decision. There's a difference between a choice. Chris, a choice has options. I don't think I'm going to make these calls. I don't think I'm going to focus on the right activity. A decision says, I've been talking to Ethan about this. He's now back in school. And I just said, Ethan, you have to pre-decide because you're going to be forced to make a decision. And if you're making it in the heat of the moment, you're likely not to make the right decision. So we got to make pre-decisions. And here's what's cool. Today is a reset, the first Wednesday of September. And you get to pre-decide where you're going to be in December based on today's decisions. And that's what we just want to encourage everybody is it's not a lofty goal. It's not hypothetical. You can do it. You just got to pre-decide and make a few different choices and decisions, and we can help you with that. So I know our time's up. Hey, if you want help, you can't go to the link. Just say, I'm interested. The team will reach out to you or go to the link. freedom planning call. We are so passionate about helping you achieve your financial freedom. So good stuff. Hey, and then we're going to have Corey. We talked to Corey briefly Monday, who's closing a ton of transactions and just talking about what she's doing.
I can't wait to hear that one.
That's going to be great, man. 38 transactions in August. That's a lot.
Well, you know what they say. Every
38.
Every 100
Yeah, she was
helps.
telling us $150,000 is what she'll make so far.
Every 150,000 helps.
It does.
Great month.
Yeah,
Great month. So, all right, y'all.
Well, I think just to wrap up today, I mean, just thinking about what you want to, where you want to be in 90 days, what you want in 90 days. And then Carl's thought of sitting down and thinking of the 20
Love
activities that can make that happen. That was huge. And then the other thing today that really inspired me is the whole drafting thing, which is, man, we're going to hang out with certain people some way, somehow. We're going to be talking to people throughout the day. Just be thoughtful about who we're hanging out with and who we're talking to. Like, I mean, I'd kind of rather be hanging out with Corey, who did 38 deals last month, right? And talking to someone like her than somebody who's naysaying the market and poo-pooing everything. And is, a little Debbie Downer or whatever the case may be. I mean, we got to be, connected to the right people.
Where does Corey live? I know we're wrapping things. Where does Corey live?
She's in Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canadian. Well, all right. Well, that makes sense. They can only buy 1 month out of the year because it's frozen. And
there goes the excuses. Come on, my man.
There you go.
Igloos are appreciating, Carl. You don't know.
Yeah. Canada. No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
excellent.
Well, what a good day. All right, man. So great stuff. Tomorrow is Thursday. We will have Owen. We've confirmed Owen. Chris Johnstone will freak us out on Friday again. And then Monday, Corey. I think it's next Wednesday. I'm going to have Denise Panza. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Denise Panza, but she owns LinkedIn. She's a mortgage loan officer that absolutely obliterates and owns LinkedIn with video. It's insane. Yeah.
And I would say LinkedIn's like the redheaded stepchild of social media,
But I'll tell you, this gal dominates that space. It's crazy. So we got a jam-packed couple of weeks coming up here. So let's get on with it. Today is Wednesday, past client calls. Remember, call of appreciation, ask them how they're doing, and then hit them with the 3x3. Hey, don't forget, if you come across any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or refi, can I count on you to connect me to them?
Hey, I talked to one of the guys in the boot camp this week, making his past client calls, got 3 refis from just making past client calls, man. So past client
the market's helping with that. Rates are helping us there.
Let's go.
So yeah, man. All right. Great stuff, you guys. Let's have a terrific, terrific day. Thanks for joining us here on the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. We'll see you here tomorrow. Adios.
See you.
Have a great day, everybody.